So I was able to get the nut off at the end of this. It's like a 3/8 probably iron pipe is what it is. You know, some of those lamp parts are 1/8 quarter, 3/8 iron pipe. Actually, that might be quarter. I don't know. I don't do a lot of iron pipe plumbing anymore these days, but I got the nut out. I'm just opening it up for the first time ever in my whole entire life. Holy moly, that's amazing. Super simple, clean. There's a little bit of chunks in there, but that's going to be just a simple wipe down. You know, there's a piece of grass, some dirt there. Not too much. My hands are all dirty from working on this thing. And I can actually take the cord apart from here, so that saves me from having to cut that hoopy-doo off of there, the inline switch. It's cool. It's got an old bread tie on here that's, I'm guessing this has never been off in its life. You know, and my uncle, he just put it up, hung it in the corner of his living room, and that's where it was for 40 some years, 45 years. Pretty cool. So I'm gonna just take these wire nuts apart, and I'm not too worried about which one's positive, which one's neutral or negative. Hot neutral stuff is pretty simple, unless the pump runs backwards, and we can switch that later. But I don't see any phasing on these wires either. They're both silver too. Sometimes you get a brass and a silver, but both these are silver. I don't see a stripe, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. That's simple. Pull that apart. I got a knot in here. We're going to pull that knot out. Super stoked. I'm going to get away with a little less time and effort than I thought I might have had, but we'll see. Biggest thing's the pump. I've been wanting to rebuild this thing for a long time too. There's always too much stuff going on. Finished my basement last year, and I had to move this like 7 times, and I finally put a trash bag over it. I actually, not finally, I put a trash bag over it as soon as I had it down there in the way. So pull that out, and I don't want to move that nut on there, because once you get this stuff out of adjustment, you drop that chain. That's the bottom cap. It looks like the light socket's a little loose. Yeah, that's just a hand tight there. And then, like I said, I won't move that nut that's on this pipe, because everything's already adjusted where it needs to be. So I'm going to put that on there. Pardon my tool selection. I'm a traveling guy. Most all my regular tools are in one of my either plumbing kits or my tool belt, or in my deck box in the back of my truck, because everything we do is mobile. I travel around the country sometimes and do service work, so I got a set of tools for that. Set of tools in my truck for my day-to-day stuff. There's just too much stuff, so all my home stuff, I get down to, like, if I need a Crest wrench, I have to go in my plumbing box. Stuff like that, not a big deal. I don't do much at home, but when I do, I've got the toolbox full of stuff, just enough stuff I need. I don't do a lot of wrenching here, so got a grommet on there to protect the wire. So that's it. This is your shell here. Top's off. What we're gonna do is pull this pump off, and we're gonna clean that pump up. I don't know if I'm able to get this tubing off there, because the tubing is just absolutely messed up. These are some channel locks I just found the other day. They were all rusty. A good old pair of channel locks. Put some PB Blaster on them there for half hour and let them sit in the wire brush. And, excuse me. Good as new. I just don't know if that tubing's gonna be salvageable at all if I take it off, so I'm half tempted to just leave it, but I'm afraid of it leaking. I pinched it pretty hard over here trying to get it off, and Could be cracked. I can't really tell. I don't know. I guess I need to just cut it off and fight the bolt on that one. I'm going to tinker with this motor for a little bit and see what I can come up with. I'll get you guys back here shortly.